What is up, everyone? Jake Trico here, coming at you with a monthly Blu-ray update. This will probably cover the past 2 months just because I've been away from YouTube, and I'm so glad to be back. I have accumulated a bunch of titles over the past 2 months, and I am glad to share these with you. Also, this video might be shot in 2 parts, so just be aware of that. And yeah, without any time wasted, I'll get right into my Blu-ray update. So first up, from $9.99, Amazon, Grave of the Fireflies. Definitely check this one out. I remember watching this one in Japanese class in high school, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Probably one of my favorite Japanese animated films in quite a while. And yeah, I can't wait to rewatch this one. This is the remastered edition from Sentai Filmworks. So definitely check this one out, Grave of the Fireflies, $9.99 on Amazon. Next up we have Miami Connection. Bought this one on Amazon for about $18.99. I heard previously that this was out of print and was going probably for over $30 to $40 plus. One of those cult classics, by Draft House Films. Not the very best, but very humorous and very cheesy. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Miami Connection. It's just a fun film. This one's fairly old. Paddington. I have not seen this film yet. This one I picked up at Target with the lenticular slip and I think the storybook as well. So very glad to check this one out. So yeah, Paddington. Next up we have Mad Max. I think this one was going for $12.99 at Best Buy. I think it's still going for that price. Honestly, I've never seen the original. I've never seen the second one or third one. I still have to watch those before I watch the new, I think it's Road Fury. I believe so. I'm not too sure. I'm sorry if I butchered the title of the newer film that just released with Tom Hardy. But yeah, Mad Max, the original. I guess you can't go wrong with the Scream Factory edition, $12.99. Definitely check this one out. Next up, we have The Babadook, a psychological horror film. I wasn't a really big fan of this film. Honestly, it's just not my style of taste. But I know a lot of people have thoroughly enjoyed this film and praise this film a lot. So I mean, everyone's gonna go in with an open opinion, an open mind on this film. So some people will like it and some people won't. And I was in the minority of people that didn't really enjoy this film, but I understood it. So yeah, The Babadook. Of a few Studio Ghibli films from the Disney Movie Club. First up, I picked up Kiki's Delivery Service. I've seen this one in Japanese class a while back, and I vaguely remember it. But yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service. Next up, we have Princess Mononoke. Heard this one is a very good film. And last but not least, we have Hayao Miyazaki's very last film and his most recent film, The Wind Rises. This one didn't come with a slipcover, but I'm going to have to pull one over at Best Buy or Fry's or wherever they sell this copy. So yeah, The Wind Rises. One of my favorite films. I know a lot of the people didn't like this film, and I understand why. I felt that the storyline was kind of, in a way, drawn out, and stuff could have been prevented to carry on the story. But yeah, it's the most violent year. It's kind of hard to explain my take on it. I'm not very good at explaining things. But yeah, a most violent year. Great performances. That's what I got out of this film, was just phenomenal performances from Oscar Isaac, Jessica Chastain, and David Oyelowo. But yeah, a most violent year. Definitely check this one out if you haven't. Next up from Disney Movie Club, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Just a classic musical. Toy Story 2. Picked this one up for $5 at Target, and it's the Hot Tub Time Machine. Just a guilty pleasure of mine. Got this cheap off Amazon for about $5, and it's The Edge. This one stars Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins. Definitely a great thriller. If you haven't seen this film, it's a 90s thriller, I believe. 97. So yeah, definitely check this one out if you haven't. The Edge. Highly recommend it. I actually received 2 copies of City of Angels. What's funny, because I ordered this on Amazon and it didn't come to my house on time on the delivery estimated schedule, so I notified them and let them know that I didn't get the package, so they just sent out another copy for free of no charge. So I actually have 2 copies of City of Angels. A great drama. I think this is kind of like a remake to A Wings of Desire. Next up, one of my favorite films with Elizabeth Taylor and Paul Newman, and it's a cat on a hot tin roof. Definitely a great drama, great performances all around. If you haven't seen this one, definitely check this one out. If you're a fan of Paul Newman or Elizabeth Taylor, couldn't recommend this one highly enough. So yeah, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. First up, we have The Imitation Game. Bought this one, I believe, for about regular price, $19.99 when it released. Great film, definitely a one-time watch. Unbroken, another film that kind of really portrayed a different light on the Japanese, and then also the Americans. Just their, I don't know. I mean, this film gave me mixed emotions. You know, it was hard watching it in theater because it's about Japanese internment or Japanese camps that held American prisoners or American soldiers as prisoners and tortured them and such forth. So it was kind of hard coming from a Japanese American like myself to watch this. But yeah, Unbroken, based on a true story. Got this for about $16.99 at Target, and it's The Sound of Music. This is the Target exclusive. Roger Hammerstein's 50th anniversary edition. I love this film. I had to get every edition of this film, so you'll see later on in this video. And then last but not least, I picked up I Saw the Devil. This one, I haven't seen this one prior before picking this one up. Then I recently watched it and I loved it. Such a gruesome film, gory film, a revenge film. Highly recommend this one. I Saw the Devil, and I believe this guy is on the new Terminator Genesis, I believe. So yeah, I Saw the Devil. Brace yourselves, people. Next up, we have a few copies of Interstellar. This is the Walmart exclusive Neopack Interstellar. Such a great film. I don't have to go into detail about that. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, so we'll see. Picked up the Target exclusive Steelbook. And then I got the UK edition Digibook. What I don't like about this Digibook is that it has these two like stickers on the bottom, which I believe I can peel these off. But yeah, anyways, it's a great edition. Love this film, so you know I had to buy almost like every edition of it. A couple Disney Movie Club pickups. These are exclusives. I picked up The Love Bug, one of my favorite childhood films, and Herbie Rides Again. Then I have that other copy of City of Angels. Then I picked up Days of Thunder. This was about $4 shipped on eBay. So yeah, Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. What's kind of funny about Days of Thunder is that real life Tom Cruise was actually on Paul Newman's race team. So just a fun fact. So yeah, you know, he just wasn't an actor in this as a racer. He actually raced cars in real life. So next up we have The Astronaut's Wife. I picked this one up for about between $5 or $10. I don't know. It was fairly cheap. I believe it's $5 on Amazon. So yeah, The Astronaut's Wife, starring Johnny Depp and Charlize Theron. You got some John Wayne titles. Shout out to Brett the Movie Guy. This one was out of print for a very long time, and I contemplated on picking this one up, and it was Rio Bravo. When I say contemplated, I almost bought this one for about over $20 just because it was the cheapest I could find it when it was out of print. But luckily, I got this for about $7 to $8. Rio Bravo. John Wayne is Cahill, United States Marshal. And then last but not least, we got The Train Robbers. You know, I opted to get the separate titles just because, you know, there's a couple other titles in the John Wayne collection that I did already own, and the fact that it didn't come with like a booklet or any other extras to it, just a unique packaging. So I felt that, you know, the individual titles itself would be satisfactory. Next up is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Picked this one up for about buy one get one, I think, over at Best Buy. So yeah, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Then picked up Predestination. Love this film, great sci-fi. And then the Road Warrior, the sequel to Mad Max. Still haven't seen that film. This one was going for $5. I couldn't pass this one up. This is a film by Michael Crichton, and it's Coma. This one stars Michael Douglas and Genevieve Bujold. Great thriller. If you haven't seen this one, check this one out. Next up, pick this one up at Costco for $12.99, and it's the digibook for All Quiet on the Western Front. Just a classic film. If you haven't seen this film, definitely check this one out. Sorry about that. Then next up, we have Hoop Dreams, Criterion. Pick this one up at Costco for $20. If you have a local Costco near you, definitely go check them out. They have a lot of cheap titles over there. Criterion's for $20. And next up, they have Apollo 13 for $10 with a slip, mint condition. So yeah, if you haven't checked out your local Costco, definitely check them out. One of my most anticipated releases of last month, and it's a actual box set. It's the Clint Eastwood 7 movie collection by Universal Pictures. This one comes with 2 meals for Sister Sarah, Joe Kidd, and High Plains Drifter. Those 3 are already owned on Blu-ray, but I was anticipated for Coogan's Bluff, The Beguiled, Play Misty for Me, and The Iger Sanction. So yeah, definitely check this one out. I bought this one off eBay for $20 shipped. So yeah, definitely check this one out. It comes with like 2 Amaray cases. So yeah, pretty good deal. Next up, we have some recent pickups. Barnes & Noble is currently having a 40% off sale, 10% extra if you're a member, so it's about 50% off. And I know there's like 20% coupons floating around, and people are stacking them at their local Barnes & Noble. So, and I was fortunate enough just to get these for about 50% off. So I picked up The Manchurian Candidate. This is the original 1962 with Frank Sinatra, Lawrence Harvey, and Janet Leigh. Just one of my favorite thrillers of all time. I've seen the remake with Denzel Washington, and I thoroughly enjoyed that one, but I appreciate this one a lot more. So Manchurian Candidate, got this for about half off, so $10. Next up, picked up a William Holden, Gloria Swanson, and Eric von Stroheim, and it's Sunset Boulevard. It's another classic film from the 1950s, I believe. So yeah, Sunset Boulevard. Picked up a Criterion. This one stars James Mason, 1947, black and white. I remember watching this one a long time ago on TCM, and I thoroughly enjoyed it because James Mason is one of my favorite actors of all time, and it's Odd Man Out. Definitely glad to pick this one up. This one was about $20 during the sale. So yeah, Odd Man Out. If you haven't checked this one out, highly recommend it. Alright, so next up we have Remember the Night. Pick this one up off TCM for about $20. I think 15 to 20 bucks. The cheapest it'll ever go when TCM was having their sales on their site. And this one stars Fred McMurray and Barbara Stanwyck. Just one of my favorite romantic films of all time. And it's a holiday film as well. So yeah, definitely recommend this one, Remember the Night. Next up, pick this one up off eBay for about 10 bucks, and it's Chinatown. This one comes with the slipcover and the Blu-ray itself. I already own a copy of the Blu-ray, but I had to get the slipcover. So yeah, Chinatown. Next up, one of my favorite steelbooks out of my whole collection. I know people are picking up the Ex Machina steelbook, but I opted to get this one because I love the film so much. And once I first saw the release artwork for this film, I just had to pick it up. I fell in love with it instantly. So it's the Whiplash with Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. This is the Zavvi exclusive steelbook. I have not opened this one up yet. It's pretty cool because the Whiplash is embossed, or debossed, I should say. So yeah, one of my favorite steelbooks in my collection. Go.